Hello everyone, my name is Holly. You know me as Miss Holly Christine on Twitter. Today I'm going to be doing a reading on the late Cory Monteith and Naya Rivera. We like to call her Naya, is her how you pronounce her name, but there are people say Naya. It's Naya. I just want to say I don't do this out of disrespect for their families or their friends. I'm here to help spirits get their message across from the other side. Ever since Cory Monteith died, I've actually felt a closer connection to him, and I have been visited by him on several occasions. He has told me that he is now the guardian angel of the world. He is like the Earth's protector. If you've ever seen Dragon Ball Z, he's kind of like Kami, and he pretty much is in charge of protecting the Earth. But it's more or less, since now he's on the other side, he's kind of more like King Kai and King Yama. So he goes around and he checks on all the Gleeks, and all his friends, all his family. He does go see Lea. But today we'd like to try to contact them to get some more insight and to debunk any rumors that have been swirling around, or get some truth to them. There have been rumors swirling that Cory, Naya, and even Mark Salling were somehow involved with Pizzagate. That is a conspiracy theory rolling around. I do know for a fact that Cory was trying to get out of Hollywood, and this is kind of knowledge to a lot of everybody that's in the Glee fandom, that he and Lea were going to move to Canada after Glee was done to start their family. But there's just a lot of mystery surrounding all three of their deaths, and there's a lot of conspiracy theories to that too. I am still actually mourning myself over Naya's passing, and I do truly believe that Cory helped guide her home when they found her on the 7th anniversary of his passing. I too, like the Glee cast, believe that Cory was there helping find her. As I said, he has told me he is the guardian angel of the world and he's the protector of the earth. And there are some things that are out of his control. So with that being said, I'm going to shuffle this deck 10 times. And I'm going to try to see if we can get some answers surrounding the mystery of their deaths. When Cory died, they said it was a heroin overdose. However, a few years ago, it came into light that it was actually the painkillers he was taking that were his demise. The toxicology reports said heroin and codeine, which I know codeine is super strength, prescription strength Tylenol, which is painkillers. I've had all my teeth pulled and I have dentures. I've had to go through numerous dental practices myself to have my teeth replaced and to get my smile back. So I know what it's like to be on painkillers and be in pain when it comes to teeth. However, I do not believe that the heroin and the painkillers are what actually killed him. Mostly because reading the police report that they gave us, the one-page report, they didn't give us any photographs or any, physical evidence to show what happened at the crime scene. They detailed that he was found perpendicular to the bed. So imagine that this half of the deck is his hotel bed, right? He was found laying like this. That just does not add up right to an overdose. He would have been on the bed. unless for some reason he decided to get up to go to the bathroom, he could have collapsed. But I don't know the full extent layout of his hotel room, how everything was set up. I feel like that there is more to it, that there was foul play involved. There was a lot of police presence at the hotel that night after they found him. Almost like it was security style. I think there was more to it, and he has told me he really did not willingly take that heroin when he did visit me. So there's a chance that heroin might have been mixed in with his painkillers by somebody else. Perhaps one of the people that was in the room with him before he died. I know he had some friends in the room with him and then they went out. I know they say that there were spoons and stuff in there, but I know Cory was desperately working on his sobriety for his sake and for Lea's sake, and he was doing very well. I do honestly believe those painkillers were the cause of his demise, but I do not believe he intentionally killed himself like that by trying to overdose. I do believe it was an accident or even possibly murder, so I'd like to see if perhaps he can give us some more insight into what happened. As far as Naya goes, it was a very tragic accident. She wanted to go out boating with her son. She wanted some spontaneity, and some adventure. But the way it was done, searching for her body, was very horribly handled by the Ventura County Sheriff's Department. There were plans to drain that lake at the beginning of this month. They could have easily drained that lake the same day if they were already planning to drain it. Out here in Ohio, when something like that happens, they do drain our reservoirs like that to help clear some of the water, lower some of the water so they have easier access to the land underneath. But I've heard from friends and family that they do believe there is more to her death than we believe or are being told. I do honestly still have this feeling that Naya was physically harmed sometime before she drowned. I know her friends and family have called for justice for her. So we're going to try to get some answers here and see what we can do. Again, I don't do this out of disrespect. I do this to help spirits. And having a close connection with Cory personally on a spiritual level will make this like so much easier. I'd also want to find out more about Lea Michele's pregnancy. She went almost 6 months without even announcing it till it was leaked to people, and I don't believe that was by choice. I feel that she's hiding something. I feel that there's more to her pregnancy than we've been told, and then with everything that's been going on lately, I feel it's connected to whatever was going on with supposedly with Cory, Naya, Mark. With all this hate and death threats she's been getting, these people are just randomly coming on Twitter, creating accounts, and telling her off. And I just feel that it's somehow, I think it's all connected. So I'm gonna get some answers here. So Cory, Mark, or Naya, come through. Use your energy with the cards, and please give us some insight into your guys' deaths, and if there was any manipulation any foul play involved? Were there cover-ups? Was there a big thing going on? And I'm doing a 12-card reading here. Okay. So, please bear with me here as I bring up my guide. So, our first card is the Nine of Cups, and I will be moving the camera over each card. That is the Nine of Cups. So, the Nine of Cups, they're grateful. They're grateful for gratitude, and they're content and they're satisfied up on the other side. They're saying there's a wish coming true. We have the Six of Pentacles. There's unpaid debts. I think that'd be Naya saying that there's some unpaid debts still left up with her family, and after her death, possibly funeral costs or something like that. However, the world falls that in its reverse. They're seeking some personal closure, but there's delays. There's a big delay. Next we have the High Priestess, and it's reversed. There's a secret. There's a big secret. But silence is advised. So, whatever the secret is, it's very, very on the down low and hush hush. Again, you have the Hanged Man and it's reversed, and again, they're saying there's delays and there's an indecision. And I'm wondering if that's an indecision about the truth to come out. Now we have the Lover's card. There's choices to be made regarding relationships and love. So I'm getting off of that. Cory's, had to make a choice with his relationship with Lea, and the same. I know the same with Naya and Ryan had a big relationship over their son Josie. But they loved each other. Their relationships were it. They were done. The Four of Wands. There's going to be a celebration. There's going to be joy. There's harmony. I believe that's them telling them they had a big celebration. When Naya came up there, I'm sure they were happy to be reunited. But I feel that there's going to be a big celebration coming up, whether that's the birth of Leah's child or if that's something other than that, perhaps, and into whatever this is that they're trying to tell us. We have the Queen of Cups next. Compassionate, caring, emotionally stable, intuitive, and flow. So, this is just, they're trying to be compassionate and caring. I think they were trying to help people before they passed with whatever this is. And then we have the Ten of Wands. There is a big burden, though, however. Someone is carrying a giant burden. There's an extra responsibility. So I feel that they had this big burden on their shoulders, and they felt it was their responsibility to correct this problem. But I'm also feeling that Lea has this huge burden on her shoulders regarding her pregnancy. And then we have the Justice card. Justice is truth. There will be a big truth with fairness and law. I'm not sure if it's related to the Black Lives Matter movement going on, but there is cause and effect that's going to happen. So with this, there's going to be some kind of truth revealed, and there's going to be a huge cause and effect because of it. So what I do these next two cards, and then what I want to do is I want to try to get some more insight into this. So the Queen of Pentacles, it's practical. Whatever this is practical and nurturing. Financially, they didn't have to worry about providing for their families. They were all well off from Glee. And then we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. There's some disharmony and some misalignment, but they're alone. So I think what I want to do now, I'm going to go ahead and flip a card over on top of each card now and see if I can get a better reading. And try to pick up better on what they mean by these cards. Okay, so I flipped the Ten of Pentacles on top of the Nine of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles is family. So going back to the Nine of Cups, you know, that is a wish come true. So that's definitely, they're definitely talking, it's definitely Cory talking that Leah's got her Leah's wishes come true, that she's, you know, able to get her family. So that's, I know that's something that she's wanted to be a mom for a very, very long time. I know Zandy has wanted to be a dad too. So that definitely is a good sign that that's come up. On top of the Six of Pentacles, we had the Temperance card. Remember, the Six of Pentacles was reversed. That, you know, that was like an unpaid debt. And the Temperance card, there is patience and purpose. So there's a purpose for these unpaid debts, and we need to be patient. There's got to be some kind of balance and moderation for these unpaid debts, supposedly. And then on top of the World Reverse, and the World Reverse was, you know, there was a delay. And the Eight of Swords was flipped on top of that. And the Eight of Swords, there's some imprisonment, there's some negative thoughts, and some victim mentality. But there's some kind of restriction involved with these delays to whatever this might be. And then we had the Seven of Swords on top of the two, on top of the High Priestess. Remember, we talked about the High Priestess was reversed, was you know, there are secrets. And the Seven of Swords reversed. Again, it's another keeping secrets. There's deceit. And that's, I want to associate this with, again, with Lea, that, you know, she has this big secret she's keeping from her fandom. More or less with the pregnancy, I think it's related. Okay, back to the Hanged Man reverse. We had that, you know, remember we had that come up with another, again, delays and stuff. The Five of Cups was flipped on top of it. There's regret, and there's disappointment. they're regretting whatever they were trying to do, because now the process is delayed, or it failed. Whatever they were trying to do, it failed, and I think it failed and resulted in their deaths. We had the Knight of Pentacles flipping top of the Lover's card. It's routine. There's a routine with the relationships. Okay. I know Zandy and Lea tend to go on a walk every day, which is good, which is great. Get that baby out. We have the Magician on top of the Four of Wands here. Pardon me, I got too many in here. Remember, we said there would be a celebration of some kind with the Four of Wands. And with the Magician added on, it's going to be powerful. It's going to the celebration is going to manifest very soon. So that's great. And then the Queen of Cups. Remember, we said compassionate, caring, there's intuition. The Four of Swords came up on that one. Reversed. There's exhaustion. There's deep contemplation going on with that. So, so I feel like that's Cory telling us Lea's emotionally stable right now. However, she's burned out. She's burned out from everything that's been going on. She's exhausted. She's ready to have this baby. But she's contemplating something. Whether she knows the truth or not, we're not sure. Remember, the Ten of Wands was next. And that was that burden. Remember, there's that burden that's being carried. The Four of Pentacles came up on that. Reversed. They're protecting themselves with this burden. Someone is protecting themselves with this burden, or overspending, or they're greedy about it. So I feel that what this is coming over is Lea's got this big burden on her shoulders, and she's protecting herself. Or Naya had this burden on her shoulders. She was trying to protect herself. I'm not sure. I can't take off who's coming off on this. And then the Justice, remember we said there was a truth going to be revealed. Page of Swords came up with that one. And there's a thirst for knowledge to the truth, which is what we're looking for. There's new ways of communicating. So they're trying to communicate with us the truth. And then the Queen of Pentacles had the Nine of Pentacles come up on top of it. So remember we said there was a nurturing, practical, or financial issue with the Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, there was a luxury or a financial independence. So those were lining up together. So again, money, they don't have to worry, their families don't have to worry about money as much. They're well off and taken care of. And then remember we had the Three of Pentacles reversed, which was, there was like a disharmony or being alone. The King of Wands came up on that reversed. There's high expectations or impulsiveness. There's someone ruthless. But it's quick. Whatever it is, it's going to be quick. So what I'm taking off this is there is a big secret coming off, vibe off of these cards. They're trying to tell us there's something going on. I want to get into some more detail here. And I'm going to do one more reading here. I'm going to reshuffle these. And what I'd like to do is try to see if we get any jumpers coming out while we're shuffling. Cory and I, Mark, if you can make these cards jump while I'm shuffling them. Feel free to give us your message. They are trying to make these cards jump. So I'm just going to keep shoveling a little more. Let's see if I can get cards to jump here. Okay, we didn't really have any jumpers, so I'm going to go ahead, cut the deck, and I'm going to do another 12 cards here, and see if we can get some more insight into what this big secret is. You guys need to tell us what this big secret is, and give us some kind of energy here. Alright, we have the Three of Cups. It's the first card that came up. There's going to be a celebration. Again, just as it said before, there will be a celebration with this secret. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Someone's feeling stuck about this secret. I feel like Leah's stuck about this secret. She wants it to be perfect, whatever she's going to reveal. She wants it to be perfect. And then we have the Magician again, reversed. But there's some poor planning, or there's manipulation involved with this secret. So I feel like people have been duped with this big secret. We have the Queen of Cups again. Again, we got this card. I feel like this is Cory telling us this is Leah, because she is emotionally stable, she's compassionate, she's caring. But there's the truth. Again, with the Justice card, there's a truth that's going to come out. And there's going to be cause and effect. Then we have the Chariot Reverse. There's some opposition, though, to this truth. So I feel that people are telling her she shouldn't be revealing whatever it is, not right away. I feel like she's trying to slowly ease us into this. And we got the Hanged Man again. New perspectives when it's upright like this. She has been, accused of racism and bigotry and stuff that's just not her. And she has said she has been, reevaluating her life. But I have met her, and she is not any of these things that people say she is. She is the sweetest person ever, and she will go out of her way to make sure you are safe and you are comfortable. They were trying to spend as much time with their fans as they could during that meet and greet. And they were very upset with the way security was handling these meet and greets. So I feel that, she might actually be surrendering to the truth and she's going to reveal it very soon. Now we have the Sun card. Now this usually is like positivity, success, fun, warm, vitality. But I'm wondering if this is also possibly Cory telling us she's having a boy. Because we don't know the gender of her baby. We really don't know anything about her pregnancy. So this Sun card is a big red flag to me that she's probably having a boy, and there could be more to this than we know. So there's that. And then we have the isolation card, the solitary card, is the Hermit. Reversed or upright, it's gonna mean the same thing, unfortunately. So, you know, there is isolation and withdrawal, mostly because I think because of the pandemic, you know, we're all forced to kind of like stay indoors when possible and not really go out. But she has been doing some soul searching again. You know, she's searching her inner guidance. And I think she's looking to reveal this secret. I feel the secret it does have something to do with her pregnancy, and not with anything related to Cory, Naya, or Mark's deaths. This is what I'm drawing off of this. The Seven of Swords. However, there is betrayal and deception. Someone's gotten away with something strategically. I do feel this is more around Mark, Naya, and Cory's deaths. We've been deceived and betrayed by somebody, according to this card, the Glee Phantom has. So something is going on with this card. Someone has betrayed or deceived us all. And then again, back to the World card. It's upright this time. So there's been some kind of completion or accomplishment. So I feel that there's something going on again with Lea or with Cory's death, that there was some kind of accomplishment they achieved before their passings. And then finally we have the Page of Cups reversed. He's telling me, don't doubt my intuition. That's what he's telling me. So I'm not doubting my intuition. My intuition is pretty, you know, spot on with this kind of stuff. So, you know, going off of this, I feel that there is a very big secret out there that's about to be revealed. It's about to be let loose. Again, I'm unsure whether it's related to Lea and her pregnancy, or if it's related to Naya and Cory's deaths and Mark's. I feel they're all connected, because the amount of people that died in the last 7 years from the Glee cast is just uncanny. It's not just been Naya, Cory, and Mark we've lost. There were quite a few crew members that passed away as well too. So I feel that, again, there is more to this. And what I'd like to do, I'm going to do one more. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm just going to randomly flip cards over. And if I come across something that I find interesting, I'm going to flip a card on top of it. This one might take a little longer, but it's definitely worth doing, because sometimes 12 card readings, you don't get as much out of them as you would like to. So I'm going to move my speaker back a little bit so I have some room. And I'm going to cut the deck to threes. Ah! See, we got jumpers already, and I don't really want to count them because I'm just trying to cut the deck. That's what I want to do. Okay, so I'm just going to start randomly flipping cards here. And I just want to make sure that I'm not missing something huge here. This one I definitely want to flip over. This is the Ace of Swords. And this card, people refer to this as his childbirth card a lot. Now if this came up like this, it would be reversed. So I count that as reversed if the number is on the right. If the number is on the left, it's upright. So, and we have you trained for about Lea's baby. There's a huge inner conflict with this. So, there's something about it. I feel that whatever this big secret is, it has something to do with her pregnancy and not supposedly the Pizzagate. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. So yes, 7 of Cups. I've been getting this 5 of Pentacles a lot in the last several readings that I've been doing. Okay, so with that 5 of Pentacles, that's like worry, being worried about something. The Knight of Wands came on top of that, and I've had to flip it over because I've been getting it a lot. There's worry and frustration. Cory's worried and he's frustrated about something. The Death card. You need to know. We're going to find out what they say about their deaths here. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune card came up on that. So this is just telling me that their deaths were bad luck, or they were trying to break a cycle of some kind. And that's what I'm taking off of that. But again, upright, this is a life cycle. So this is interesting. This is very interesting. That possibly there's more to Cory's death than we know, or something happened before he died to result in some kind of life cycle or bad luck or something. I'm not sure on that. I'm gonna keep going. One more row here. I want the Devil card to be covered because there were dark thoughts. Someone was exploring dark thoughts. And with that Three of Pentacles on it, it's one person having dark thoughts. And I know there were rumors that Ryan Murphy supposedly made a deal with the devil. And that all these American Horror Story things are like partially true. But again, that's just a conspiracy theory. If there's a ruthless person, there's a ruthless partnership. So there's some kind of partnership out there. It's ruthless. Again, I feel like I'm drawing back to this card that there's some kind of evil doing going on. The Eight of Swords. This is, when it's reversed, again, opening up a new perspective here. I don't feel like that needs to be covered. And then the Ace of Wands, reversed, is a delay. What kind of a delay is the question? It's just some kind of religious belief is being delayed here, or conformity. Some kind of spiritual wisdom needs a delay. So I want to go one more row down here. That Ten of Pentacles is very key too. Because this is family. And there's also like wealth in the dark side, like if it's reversed. But Knight of Cups came up on that. There's jealousy over money or family. And there's some kind of jealousy going on here. The Nine of Cups. There's some dissatisfaction. There's some dissatisfaction to this transition. So I feel that whatever this is, someone's not agreeing to it, but this would be reversed. And according to this, there's some unfinished business. So somebody has some unfinished business. So I don't feel like this is necessarily directed towards one person. I think this is directed to the entire Glee cast. Somebody's got some unfinished business out there, and they're trying to continue with it. There is betrayal and deception in this Seven of Swords card. Someone's been getting away with something. There's deception. And with the Lover's card coming up on that, it would be reversed. There's some imbalance to that. There's some disharmony amongst that betrayal or deceit. And then we have the Eight of Cups. There's some abandonment or some escapism. And the Empress card came up on that. I feel this is directed to Lea, possibly, or to Naya. The only thing I can think of with abandonment would be that, you know, Lea deleted her Twitter because of all the death threats. But that Eight of Cups, if it had been reversed, I feel like it was meant to be reversed. I'm just not sure. But again, withdrawal and abandonment, I feel like she's trying to get out of the business still. And she wants to wanting to protect her family. And I know that's what Cory and them were trying to do. They were trying to get out of the business and protect their families. So that's what that is. Now I'm just going to do a quick 3-card reading, and this is going to be my last one. But that was such a great, you know, huge shocker. And again, if I have jumpers, I will include them in my 3-card reading. But that might be more than 3 cards if that's the case. I will include whatever gets thrown at me. Like that. I'm just going to take those 3. So we have the Magician, the Ten of Cups, and the High Priestess. There's going to be a manifestation. Involving, you know, love and relationships. With this High Priestess card. Again, I'm going back, this is directed to Lea. That something is going to happen with her current relationships. It's going to manifest and something's trying to be revealed. I'm going to keep flipping here. I'm going to try to get some more insight into this real quick. So with this Magician, it's power and resourcefulness, and it's spiritual. There's a spiritual power here. With the Ten of Cups, again, there's something with her. Well, this is her relationships, and with that Death card coming up, there's going to be a big transition or change. So I feel that, you know, the change in her relationships, some are going to end, some are going to transform. But as for her, this is great. Lea's having the baby right there. So again, this pregnancy is going to greatly be such a bombshell. I'm going to see if we can get some more insight onto Lea's birth here. We got the Knight of Swords. She's burnt out, she's restless. I'm just going to go down this line. This is all good here. She's burnt out, she's restless, she's ready for this baby. She's frustrated. She wants it to be perfect, with no problems. I don't blame her, who wouldn't want to? And there were decisions or discovery made with her pregnancy for future planning to make progress. Now I know she suffers from PCOS, which is all, I also have it. And it does cause infertility. So I believe that, let's set these up here. I believe that there's a chance that there's in vitro fertilization done because of the risk of miscarriages. That could also be why she's kept everything kind of on the down low. I'm just going to keep flipping here on this. You know, again, a working parent. You know, Zandy has clothing company. Right? So my guess is, she wants to provide financially, and she's nurturing for that. But it's going to be a working parent household, which is how my family always was. Four of Cups. She's contemplating reevaluating something, but she's been doing a lot of meditation during her pregnancy. But she's been stubborn about something. She's trying to avert a big disaster, but there's going to be like a revelation or an awakening here with this. Some kind of sudden change. She's trying to let go. Need to look more into this. She's trying to let go. And persevere. She's trying to persevere with everything that's going on. She's looking at her long-term outlook with her family. But there's disappointment. She's just disappointed. I feel that this is her saying, she's disappointed with people that have just kind of done what they did. But there's going to be new beginnings with everything. And again, we've got the Sun card. She's overly optimistic, though, with this. However, I feel that this is again telling me she's having a void. I just have this feeling. So that's what I want to know. I just want to know more about this IVF thing, if this is really legit or not. They're seeking personal closure. And there's like a shortcut or a delay. So they took a shortcut. They had the IVF done. This Page of Cups. Again, this is another card that points to like some kind of celebration or surprise. And so there's a big surprise coming involving her pregnancy. So I'm going to leave it at that. I do, however, want to go on to this one. I want to see if I can find out more about what's going on with Cory after and all that. She pretty much had to work alone after he passed. She was alone for quite a bit. She overcommitted on a lot of things after Cory died. There was some disorganization. She had to get her priorities straight on something. That Ten of Swords is usually the murder card. But recovery, regeneration. So she did go through a lot of recovery and regeneration. Nine of Wands. She's like struggling and she was overwhelmed, but she got very defensive and she was paranoid about something after Cory's death, which could be the reason for her behavior, possibly, if what these people have said. Maybe some stuff, I feel like a lot of the stuff was just blown way out of proportion, but if she had said something, she did not honestly mean it. She was going through a very dark place at that time after Cory died. And the Four of Swords, again, she's burned out, she's exhausted, but she's also in deep contemplation with everything. I feel these are now connected. She's being optimistic, but she's seeking forgiveness. Maybe it's Cory seeking forgiveness, she forgave him for what happened. There's progress, though. She made progress with the forgiveness. Again, more progress and success with public recognition. So that's referring to her albums and her book after he died. That she, was opening up more about her relationship with Cory. And it was a mutual love. They were unified. It was a mutual attraction. So that should put any doubters out there saying that their relationship wasn't real. It was very, very much real. They were it. They were done. I want to skip these up some more. Spreading back. Move those up for once I get to that column. Okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles. Following that, she's feeling, there's perfectionism, but she's feeling stuck. And they're celebrating. There's some kind of celebration. And the Page of Swords. There's a thirst for knowledge, too. Okay, one more triple. We get the Ten of Pentacles. This is their family. Again, this is the family card. There's a thirst for knowledge about family. Yes. With the Strength card coming up. there's some kind of courage for her family. The Seven of Swords reversed. There's a big secret with her family. Just again, it's like I was going in the other aisle. Now with this, with Cory's, after Cory's death, there's a big secret involving her family. What that secret is, I do not know. But remember, the first two we had was, you know, we had the Magician and the Hierophant, and there was like spiritual wisdom and, you know, manifestation. That Five of Pentacles, there's some worry. And with that worry, there's, you know, her wishes come true. She's grateful. She's content. She has had her personal setbacks, though she's moved on. You know, she's, you know, she's been generous. She's been sharing and giving us more depth into what, you know, she's been doing these last couple months. But there's been some kind of authority or establishment. This is the father figure card, so I know her dad's all the way on the East Coast, but I don't think this is tied to Mark, her dad, Mr. Sephardi. This is telling us about her husband. I think Zandy's a great guy. There's going to be a new financial or career opportunity or some kind of manifestation as well regarding her family and her husband. Some kind of abundance or luxury awaits. And romance is there, so there's no marriage troubles. But there's a purpose, and we need to be patient. There's a purpose. What that purpose is, there's going to be direct communication on what that purpose is. And then revolving it's going to take a lot of courage, whatever it is that she's going to tell us. Again, going back to these, all these queen cards coming up is still telling, talking about Lea. Again, it's trying to tell us, she is compassionate, she is caring, she is emotionally stable. But she's got choices to make. I want to know more about baby. Some kind of, it says living in the past, so there's So her pregnancy does have something to do with her past. So obviously, I would think it's her PCOS. But there's going to be an absolution. And some kind of self-protection over it, though. Is there more we can tell on Cory's death here? Okay. There is anxiety and worry about all this going on with her. And she was having nightmares or depression. She did go through some depression when Cory passed. So I will try to link it to that. And she was in solitude. But there's going to be a celebration of some kind. Again, this is all surrounding Cory and Lea. I think that's pretty much what I'm going to get to now. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want a reading, hit me up on Twitter with a direct message, and I will be happy to give you a free reading.